Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. I'm your host, Mike Luke. Hello, Jason Shear. How are you doing today?
I'm splendid, Michael. Thank you.
We got all the people in here. All right. Heard some guy, Dwayne Savage says, heard some guys at the office saying Mike endorses Andre Veras and Longview. Had to shut that down very quickly. You have to do it. Listen. Yep. At the end of the day, you have to do it, period, point blank. All right, we got a lot to get to this show. We are going to talk about Carter, what the latest. We have to correct something, and we don't want to be mean, but we have to correct something there. We're going to talk about where's all my notes?
Oh,
they're under here. I lied. Here they are. I think they're right here. Please. Up. Yep. There they are. All right. We're going to talk a little bit of a four corners football. We are going to talk about championships. But first, Sheer, and then we're going to have a good little fun with our friend Glenn. But first, Sheer, what do you have? Oh, and Prim, I need to be very clear about something here, people. I like Prim. Prim likes to crash out, and it's a fun back and forth. It's nothing more than that. I like Prim. I wouldn't retweet Prim's stuff if I didn't like him. Prim, you're the author of The Standard. What is the standard for Arizona football?
National championship every year.
Yeah, or every other, or every
I don't
third.
know what your standard is. I aim high, Mike.
I almost always wing it, but today, look at these. Look at this show prep, my friend.
I don't like it. I'm not comfortable.
Sure, let's talk about Carter Bryant. We need to be very clear here. We are not bashing who reported this. It just wasn't quite accurate. That's all.
We're gonna bash the hell out of this person.
Yeah, no, we're not. Not on my one.
Carter Bryant. This is coming from a very reliable source. I guess we can call it that.
Most of reliable sources.
Carter has not signed any revenue sharing agreement. He has not signed anything. Now, before people freak out, it is completely irrelevant. Why would you sign something anyway unless you're returning? He hasn't made a decision. I know people think it's crazy, but and that could change by the minute. But really, he hasn't made a decision yet, and you're not going to sign something until you make a decision.
Can we talk real quick about the crash out that we experienced last night on Twitter? Crash out. All you Gen Zers, I'm using the term crash out. And the guy we're talking about has, I think, the emotional maturity of a 19-year-old. Our friend Glenn got a little liquid courage in him last night and was going at us nonstop, quote tweeting, non-quote tweeting, not getting any engagement, and then putting stuff out on the Sun Devil message board about seeing us in person. And then he deletes it as well. Yes. That was classic Glenn right there.
I'll just say this. I've had a few ASU people say that they were going to fight me. I'm pretty easy to find.
Right.
I'm not I don't hide, really. You don't either. We're pretty easy people to find at U of A events and stuff.
Well, right. And the other thing that's so great about Glenn is we got to tell the back story real quick about Glenn. So Glenn tried to, on his Sun Devil message board, Glenn was very clear on Twitter about what his real name was. And so I said his name. And then Glenn then goes to Chris Cartman and then tells him, Mike's doxing me. Well, come to find out, I know. And Chris sent you some stuff and then I sent him some stuff. Come to find out that Glenn got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. Glenn, you will never outthink us. Never. Sure, it's not going to happen on our watch.
No, it won't. No, it won't.
On our watch. Yes, it was very good. So either way, good stuff. Now, let's talk a little bit about, I did start on, did we start on time today? We started on time yesterday. We started on time right on the dot.
Yeah, I'm looking. I think Arizona just got a commitment for women's.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're going to talk about that. Now, they were messing with the paw. Absolutely, Prim. Where can you subscribe to Prim TV? What is Prim TV?
Oh, I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, TJ, that was funny. Okay, now, Carter Bryant, though, so he has not signed anything. Here's where I'm at with Carter. I put this on time. I put this out there, and you can beat me up if you want. I don't know that it's true. It's just my guess. Just totally my guess. I believe that Carter Bryant will be playing for the University of Arizona next year.
Man.
Just do it once and for all. Once and for all.
I think he declares.
You think he stays in the draft?
Yeah.
All right. Well, either way. So if you don't like Sheer, don't listen to him. If you like me, listen to me. So either way, that's going to be it's going to be an interesting one to see how this does play out. My question though is, what does Arizona do if he leaves?
That I don't know. I don't know that. Look, I love Carter. Guy should be you handle your decision however you handle your decision. But man, you got to hurry up, right?
Hey, let me ask you this: would you like to bring in Denzel Valentine? I like that kid. Again, he's not Carter L. Bryant, but he's good though.
I think it'd be really cool if you got his name right. I think you should respect that.
Carter Bryant. What do you mean?
You said Denzel Valentine. It's not Denzel. It's Denzel Aberdeen.
The Florida kid.
Aberdeen.
Who's Denzel Valentine?
Former Michigan State.
Oh, the Michigan State guy. Oh, yeah. Oh, Denzel Val. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I want the same thing. Either way.
I mean, like, I'm going to break a woman's commitment live. On the show.
Do it live. Do it live. This is for Mary Hansen. What do we got?
You're going to get, this is really going to confuse you. I'm going to be honest.
Talk to me.
Because her name is Freddie.
Freddie?
Yeah.
Like frozen custard?
Freddie.
Like Freddie's frozen custard.
What's that?
You've never been to Freddie's frozen custard?
What's Freddie's frozen custard?
It's on Broadway. It's a very good place to eat. It's very tasty.
That's not Freddie's.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
It's called like Freddie's frozen custard.
What are you talking about?
No, that's a place called Freddie's. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah. Freddie's. No, Freddie.
Yeah.
Arizona has gotten a commitment from Kansas transfer. Freddie Wallace.
Freddie Wallace?
Yes.
Is this any good?
I don't know. Hold on, let me look it up. She is
Freddie Steakburger. Sorry.
Redshirted last year, but was the 2-time junior college All-American.
Interesting. All right. Well, we'll take them. Sign them up. We need players. Hey, you know something that was interesting? Didn't Arizona basketball have to have like open tryouts last year or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
she's 6'2", and she's from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Ooh, what high school in Lincoln? What high school?
Butler. No, that's community college.
Definitely not a high school in
Lincoln. Down. My God.
I take this women's basketball.
Lincoln Southwest.
Lincoln Orange. Okay, interesting. All right. The best player to ever come out of Lincoln Southwest. Have you ever heard of the name Dean Steinkühler?
Dude, that's literally. I was just talking to someone about him.
No, you weren't. Okay. Sheer, did Arizona? Robbie Don, and then we're gonna get to men's basketball. Don't worry, I don't want people yelling at me. Sheer, did women's basketball get that player you said was being offered $100K in NIL?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? All these things that Adia Barnes was saying about lack of any support. It's not
just me breaking women's news live on air again. Your number one source.
It doesn't
Arizona women's basketball.
It doesn't seem to be the case though. Everybody with breaking women's basketball. She seems to be getting a lot of support. They just hired the Michelle Marciniak lady.
Look, our conspiracy theory.
No, this isn't a conspiracy theory. This is good.
I floated it to other media members, and they said, "Yes, this is what happened." I think.
Yes, I agree with you.
That basically Desiree disliked Adia that basically wasn't going to give Adia anything she wanted. And now all of a sudden, Becky Burke is basically getting everything she wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, we have confirmed Rick Barron's because there was no problems yesterday, and Shearer stopped, and there's been no issues. Now,
I went off my phone just now because Mike gets really angry.
Vegas Falcon, my guy, Vegas Falcon, very much appreciate the $10 super snap. Vegas Falcon keeps me alive. If no Carter, then play Pete small forward, Toby at power.
No.
Now you'd have to go. You'd have to go Dwayne at small forward at that point.
Yeah, but Pete's not a small forward.
Yeah, you'd have to go at, I'd like it in theory, but TJ Van Martyr, DRF is engaging in the type of petty that I love. I love that as well. I would be the exact same way. Go DRF. You go, girl. Hey, Michelle. All right. Now we're going to get to Arizona basketball in a second. What was the name? What was the name of that woman in Under Siege, Michelle Marciniak? The lady that jumps out of the cake?
No.
Was it not?
I'm going to look this. It was Erica Eleniak.
Michelle.
Oh, I was literally telling Shelby about this the other day. So that movie came out. Do you know that movie came out in did you watch it when it came out in theaters?
No. I watched it with my parents though. When it came out, we used to go to this. Remember the dollar movie place, Warehouse. We used to go to Warehouse and get. We got that. We watched it one time. My parents didn't know about the cake scene. The cake
I was 9, and my dad took me to the theaters to see that because he just figured it was an action movie. and me, a 9-year-old perverted boy, she comes out of the cake, and I remember it being the single greatest movie scene of all time.
Yes. No, it was great. It was yes, that was cinema at its finest. And plus, Rick Barons. If no Carter, is it too late to get Dame Sar? Yeah, she's not gonna, or they're not gonna get Dame Sar because he's gonna go either to the MNBA or he's gonna get like $3 million. Erica Laniak, very nice. That's what I would assume with Sar.
I'm going to a movie tonight, Mike. So expect news to break around 7 to 9.
All right, now B-Cat says she had a unibrow. I don't care. That would not.
Who's looking at her eyebrows?
Yeah, I don't care about that.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what happened in this scene? Okay, now, all right, let's get back to some men's basketball here for a second. Let me ask you this, Sheer. And I was talking with Torres on the phone yesterday about this. Torres.
I'm seeing Sinners, by the way.
Sinners?
Yeah,
go see Sinners. Jimmy Lee. Great call. Okay.
Oh, Andre's being serious. We'll tell him real quick. She pops out. She's a big cake comes out, and then she comes out of the cake, and her top is not on her.
Yes. Now, that is what it is. By the way, we're going to talk more gritty Tucson middle schools next week, though, because this is really taking off on Twitter. There's a lot of people sleeping on Naylor. All right, but anyways, Arizona men's basketball, though. I asked Aaron Torres, our guy, about this, and I said, "What do you?" I said he was asking me about the roster, and he goes, if Carter comes back, and then he says, and he thinks about it for a second. He said he was looking at his rankings. He says, I don't know that there's anybody clearly better than Arizona next year. He said there's teams like right in that. He said, I don't know that there's anybody that Utterback is definitely in that discussion. I agree with you. But he said, I don't know that there's anybody clearly better than Arizona. I thought that was interesting because he's been going over his preseason picks and everything.
Yeah.
Who's clearly better? I thought the same thing, but then I got to thinking about it, and I'm like,
Is it? I mean, Houston's going to be pretty damn good.
No, we got to talk about Houston for a second. Brogan's actually sold me on Houston taking a step back. Here's the thing with Houston. Houston is banking on a lot of new stuff. First of all, Pop Isaacs is crazy. Do you know the background with this guy?
I do know all the background, but he's still good.
Yeah, but dude, he's been booted out of every single. I mean, not booted, but Creighton. They were much better.
Boot him.
No, Creighton did not want anything to do with him at the end, and they were better. And they were better without him.
Who said that? He got hurt.
Yes, and they were better without him. I'm telling you, somebody on the staff very clear about this. They were better without him. They didn't like him.
Okay.
Texas Tech, same way.
Mike, do you trust Kelvin Sampson? Kelvin Sampson brings in a guy that averaged 18 points a game last year. Do you trust him?
Well, Rob, I know, I get it, but I'm saying though but they're also not going to be a top 3 team every single season. Here's the thing: you lost Cryer, who averaged 16 a game. Okay, you lost Uzon, who became awesome at the end, and then so again, who are you replacing that scoring with?
They bring back Tugler.
Tugler doesn't score, but go ahead.
They bring back Sharp.
Okay, he'll average 12 a game. Cool.
Okay, they add the number 13, 20, and 6 player in the country.
Yeah, but again, the 6th player is going to average 10 and 6. He's going to be fine up front. And then, but again, with if you're banking on the 16 and the 23rd player to replace that production, I don't know, man.
Okay, we can keep going.
Yeah.
Clearly better? Or are we talking like competitively?
Clearly better than Arizona.
I don't know if anyone's clearly better.
Yeah.
I think Purdue is going to be really good with Smith and Lawyer and Kaufman. I think Louisville has a nice roster.
Is Purdue too white?
Huh?
Is Purdue too white?
I mean, look. Yes.
Right. Yes. Shane. I went to Gridley Middle School as well, my friend. But you live out in Picture Rocks now with Sheer. I went
to A.E. Wright Middle School. So what do you know about that?
Hey, what you know about that? Okay. Let's see here. Anyways, back to Arizona though. I don't know. I think Houston is going to take a little bit of a step back. And I do say this: ask around. They could not wait to get rid of Pop Isaacs, and they were better without him. Boom, just said it.
I think clearly better. I get, but we're doing the same thing with those teams that we're doing with Arizona. We're doing the opposite. We're assuming Braden and Koa and Aristod are good, but then we talk about other teams' freshmen like you just did with Houston. And you're like, well, we don't know if they'll be good. Yeah,
but it's a little bit different if a guy's a top 10 player as opposed to the 23rd player. That's a little bit of the difference.
Arizona has two top 10 players.
Yeah.
And Houston's adding what?
The 23rd, 16, and
6.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I'm just
Duke. It's there's going to be good teams. UConn is going to be awesome next year.
Can we talk about, speaking of Duke, let's get some reads in. I want to talk about Duke Brennan. That's a victory lap for me.
Wow, that was a good transition.
That was a good move for me. Baggins. Guess who's going to Baggins today at noon?
Well, do you have a date?
Yes. It's with somebody I cannot endorse.
Oh.
Andre Veras.
They're going to try to get you to do it. Don't do it, Mike.
I'm not going to do it. I won't do it. If they can show up,
saying.
yeah, you won't get the discount unless you endorse them. Not going to do it. Either way, here's the deal, though, with Baggins. We need everybody go to Baggins. Back the bag, baby. All right, use code AZ12 for 15% off. Sure, you like cookies.
I do. I'm a big cookie fan.
Yeah, cookies are awesome. And, hey, do you like the Albuquerque turkey?
I've never had that one.
Oh, it's very good. It's very slimy and juicy, and it's got all the good stuff on it. It's good.
What do you get when you go?
That's what I got there last time, and I'm gonna stay with it. I like it a lot. It's very good. Kobe L. Thiel is endorsing. We'll see. But either way, go there. Use code AZ12 for 15% off. You got to do it. You got to do it. And again, Sheer, what do you like getting there? What's yummy in Sheer's time?
The sundown.
Oh, Sundown. Yes, the sundown looks very, very good. I'd endorse for a sundown on 12 grain. Yes, who wouldn't? All right, check it out. Baggins. Boom. I love me a slimy sandwich. Yummy. Just throw it in the bag. All right. Welcome to the Rock.
No, we're back, baby. We're back.
Guy on the YouTube channels that bashed me, bashed it. He said, I can't watch these two live because I can't stand the ad reads, and that Sean Connery impression sucks. Boo.
You whoever said that.
What I said, man, mess with the paw, you get the glove. So, Sheer, now, I don't know if Andre Veras is going to do it or not, but we got to push back here a little bit, though, on the rumors. They're dying now. They're dying now, but there's still people like Glenn out there that probably can't read, that don't know that Green Valley Decorative Rock is in Tucson.
I just honestly it's disgusting.
It's terrible, but again, they're doing a very, very good job there at Green Valley Decorative Rock. Best month on there. They got turf, they got pavers, they got all kinds of stuff. Go there. You will thank me later. Okay, now we got some questions in here. We had some questions up here at the very Mr. Tyler Warden. Mr. Tyler Warden. Okay, here's a serious question. I like this question. If Carter comes back, do we go Jaden, Burries, Carter, Koa, and Tobe? Yes. And if we don't get him, do we go? No. That lineup of that. Even I, who don't care about spacing, would not like that lineup.
Koa's not a 3. He can't guard 3s, and he doesn't have the game of a 3. He's not a 3. You would be more if you wanted to go current guys. You'd put Aristod at the 3 instead of Carter.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think.
You think that's a possibility?
What?
If Carter left, they just plug Aristod into the starting lineup and try to add 2 bench guys.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. Interesting. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not a fan of it. I think that's a really young starting lineup.
Yeah.
You're starting a freshman at 3 of the 5 positions.
They would obviously start ADO instead.
If ADO starts, Mike, we're getting killed.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the other thing too. You've convinced your entire you've convinced everybody that ADO sucks. So
you want ADO to start again next season?
I mean, no.
Okay, there we go. So we're on the same thing. No, we're done. We're done.
Yeah. Watch your mouth. Mouth.
I don't want him to start. I don't want him to start. We're both cool with him as the 8-9 guy.
Javier, answer your dude. I texted or tweeted back at you, Javier. If you want to get on the show, you got to respond, buddy. Okay, now I want to talk a little bit more about Big 12. Texas Tech, if they get back Darian Williams, is about as good as ADO at the 2. I like ADO at the 2. By the way, Glenn just responded, and Glenn just goes, yeah, he says, I'm not going to up your viewership from 1 to 2. Oh, thanks, Glenn. Yeah, there's this little thing in the corner that can tell you how many people are watching. But Sheer, when it comes to Tech, I like Tech a lot if they get Darian Williams back. I think they're about as good as anybody. My ADO, Eric Paz.
If they get Darian Williams back, yeah, I think they're probably, I mean,
they're top 5.
You're talking Christian Anderson. Let's see if I can do this off the top of my head. Hans Christian Anderson.
Yes.
Probably the guy they just got from Greensboro, Donovan Atwell.
Mm.
Then you're talking Watts, Williams, and Toppin as your starting five.
Yeah, that's really, really good. That's really, really good. Plus, McCastle's a beast. So, I mean, that's a really good team.
Federico Squared is about to transfer, though.
Yeah, I don't like that part. But either way, that's good. Now let's talk a little bit about BYU. Hey, is Tyrone Stokes, is he going to Kansas or BYU?
He's not. I don't even know if he's reclassifying.
He's reclassifying. You don't
if
sit
he's
out
reclassifying. He's probably going to Kansas. I really don't know if he's reclassifying. I don't think he's.
You don't sit out the AAU season and start taking visits if you're not reclassifying.
Probably Kansas.
Okay, so Kansas then. Let's talk about Kansas for a second. Kansas, you would have Peterson, you would have Teron Stokes, you would have Fedungo, and then you still got to get a bunch of other players.
Yeah, I'm not. Kansas has work to do.
Yes, they do, but that's at least a good trio.
Peterson, Elmarco Jackson, Jaden Dawson, Trey White, and Fedungo. That's not that good.
Yeah, but if you add Stokes, then it starts to become interesting.
Yeah, top,
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Louisville has the potential to be good, really good. They've had a really nice offseason.
Now, how the hell does Peterson leapfrog Debanza? Because he's better than Debanza. That's why I've always liked Peterson more than Debanza off the limited highlights that I've watched of him. What I like about Peterson is that he can score the basketball, and he can do basically everything. Whereas I think Debanza is more of a jack of all trades type.
Yeah. He also doesn't defend. Like, that's a bad defensive lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Wright, the dude, who's the guard last year?
Well, you don't like Robert Wright, so there's one. Richie Saunders,
Dawson Baker, Daibansa, and Kibakita.
That's fine. That's fine. That team's going to score a ton of points. That's a top 5-6 team in the
Mike,
country.
are you buying on Michigan?
No.
You're not. Wow.
No. Too slow.
Even though they got less white, as you would say.
Who's less white?
Morez Johnson.
Oh, Morez. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I actually am rooting for Morez Johnson now, just for different reasons. But go ahead.
They added a Day Mara.
Yeah, but he's okay. Whatever.
They added Cadeau, who you like.
No, whatever.
It's a pretty good team.
That doesn't intimidate me at all, to be honest with you. That team's slow, and
I think UConn's going to be sneaky good.
UConn's going to be sneaky good. Hey, you want to know what's crazy about UConn? They have 3 5-star white guys coming in. They're all white.
Really?
Yeah, look it up. I think they're all white.
I'm going to type real quick.
Oh, all right. Well, here.
I got it already.
Yeah, that was quick.
You're right. They are.
They got 3 5-star white guys.
Are they? Yeah, they're good too.
Yeah, they're they're 5 stars. I would assume they're good.
No, they're not all 5 stars, but they're good. Braylon Mullins is really good. He'll start.
Yeah. Okay. Now, but either way, the Big 12 is Darius Adams is not well. I think he's kind of mixed.
I wouldn't go there. Go there.
All right. Yeah. Take that.
Big 12, the teams that I think are clearly the top, right? Like clear. Houston, I think, whatever you say, I still think we agree they'll compete to be the best team in the Big 12, right?
Yeah.
Tech, BYU, probably then Arizona.
Yeah, but if Arizona gets back Carter, they're as good as any of those teams.
That's fair.
Okay. Yeah, okay. That's where we are. That's where we're at with that one. But I do believe though that's what. So we'll see. But this thing's going to probably be drawn out. Let me ask you this. Let's pay a few bills, and I want to ask you a question about the portal that you may not know, but it's still interesting for me.
I'm ready.
RJ's Frozen Cactus, my
friend.
Fight night, my friend. Fight night, May 10th. Everybody there. No, there's actually less white guys that can ball than there was in 1995 because the Europeans. You look in the Ludus, my dad. If you look in 95, but there was better pure white guys than like in there are now. But either way, RJ's Frozen Cactus. There's going to be a fight night May 10th. Shearer, you said you would be there.
Yeah, I will be there. My daughter's probably having a birthday party, and I'm going to leave her alone with like 15 girls in the house to go to fight night.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And Kobe L. Thiel is going to be celebrating his 23rd birthday there as well.
Big 2-1?
Yeah, no, 23. Big 23.
Big
so
2-1?
Yeah. So let's see here. Pure white guys means that they're born here in the United States. They're not overseas. That's all. So anyways. Because the guys overseas are better. So anyways, we need to go there. Sheer, are you going to? You've got that big Kona thing or whatever, man. You can like back that thing in next to Dennis Walsh's jet.
Yeah, huge monstrous vehicle.
Yeah, it's great. 100+ craft beers, $2 deals. All right, very, very good stuff. We will see you there May 10th. Kobe Thiel will be there. Also, there might be a Cinco de Mayo thing. Oh, Shane, let me know Shane, if you're going to be there for your 30th. I might partake as well. RJ's Frozen Cactus, red hot. The first time I read this, I said red hot beer. Who doesn't want red hot beer?
I love red hot beer. Keeps me on my toes.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, all right. Now, RJ's Frozen Cactus. Oh, hey, David Rosen. I'm not a UFC fan either, but I'm still going there. You come and hang out with me, and we can pretend to know what we're talking about.
I got you guys. I'm a UFC expert.
Okay. Now, what else we got? Yeah. What else we got? Talk to me. All right. Land the man with the master plan. Look at this woman. This woman is ecstatic because, listen. Like when you see people with
happy she is.
Yeah, she's very happy. Like when when you have those thought clouds that like emerge like from somebody's and you just know what they're thinking. She is thinking, I can fall asleep here and my tongue will emerge victorious. That is something that I think is kind of underrated in this day and age. And you can get your implants as well. TucsonImplants.com. All right. And again, Sheer, the championship package, the Bruce Pascoe special, $19.97, my friend. You get a crown and the implant. All in and out. Tucson Teeth, Tucson check it out, TucsonTeeth.com. Now, Nick Arena says, you guys talked about the parking lot so much that I looked it up on Google Maps. Okay. As far as the transfer portal goes, then, will a lot of these guys just stay in the portal then and and to see who stays in the draft and who doesn't?
Yes. Yep.
So here's what we need. We need as many people to declare for the draft as possible and just stay in there.
Yes. Wait, why?
Because if Carter Bryant leaves for the MNBA, then we can get guys that are still in the portal because this is the only portal.
Oh, yeah. So you want to get a guy that is good enough to play in the NBA, but not good enough yet, is what you're saying.
Yes, or I don't care if they're not good enough to play in the MNBA. I just need them to stay in the portal so that if Carter Bryant does leave, that we have options. We need as many people to enter the portal and stay in the portal as possible. How about that?
Yes, I get it. Yes.
Yeah. So we are on the same page as that.
Yes.
Okay. What's happening to Baylor? Their whole team's gone.
Yeah, that's just the way it works,
Yeah, but they got back the guy, the Oregon State guy. I think he's like from Croatia or something. He's good. You've also got
they'll be fine.
They'll be fine. You got Tunde, and a bunch of different stuff. So
I'm very curious to see how Tunde does in college.
You're not a Tunde guy.
I
will say this. I think he's going to be better than Stanley.
He's a 6'5" shooting guard.
Yeah, that's generally,
he's good. He's very talented. Don't get me wrong.
That's generally the height they go with. About 6'5".
No, I'm sorry. A 6'5" power forward.
Well, we will see. All right. No, they're not going to call Stojakovic Jr. He's going to go to Illinois. Sheer thinks Stojakovic Jr. sucks. I don't. I think generally McDonald's All-Americans that average 17 points per game.
You just told me on the phone you agreed with me.
Yeah, I looked further in. I think you're an idiot.
Does he rebound?
I looked further into it.
Does he rebound?
He's a scorer. Beer scorer.
Does he rebound?
Like 2 or 3 a game.
Does he defend?
I don't know. You don't know either.
I do know he doesn't defend.
You haven't watched him.
What? Of course I have.
When did you watch him?
I was actually one of the first people to ever see him in high school. This is a true story. It was late at night in Section 7.
Stojakovic is going to be a junior. It's his 3rd year in college.
Yeah, it was late at night. Everyone had already left. It was before you weren't even there. And David Miller, who's an assistant at Xavier, was at San Jose State at the time. And he said, we can't get this kid. He's going to be too good. Watch him. And I watched him with David Miller and TJ. And I don't think they minded. TJ was iffy on him coming out of high school. And I thought he had a good game. And then they passed and they got Philly B, and the rest is history. Philly B, we could say that. Who cares?
We could tell the Tommy story about what he told us.
Some sort of like cultural situation where because Arizona had Philly B on the roster, like there's different types of Serbians or something.
Or different types of civil wars going on and stuff.
Like they couldn't add Stojakovic. Like it wouldn't have been good. Like it would have been a real bad situation.
Yeah, I mean, so because I remember Tommy telling me that, and I'm like, oh man, that's crazy.
And he's serious. He's like, yeah, there's just different kinds of people. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, all right, sorry. It's like, okay, sorry, Tommy.
I don't want to declare war because of Arizona basketball. I get it.
Hey, look at Javier. Mike Luke, Auburn, Chad Bazuro Baker is in the portal. Can we get him? No, he is crazy.
Yeah, I like him though.
But you said you wouldn't add him.
Oh, I wouldn't add him. He is crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't, but I like crazy.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's good. But yes, I would not. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I'd probably. Yeah, Croatian and Serbians not friends. Don't know. Vlade warned with the. Yeah, it's all right. So, anyways, there's intrigue that goes on when you're going that. Now, all the U of A players signed. I want to talk about Bryce James here for a second. I am going to go on record and say if Bryce James is here in year 3, he is going to be a starter at the University of Arizona.
I don't want to go that far.
All right, fine. You don't have to. I am.
Thank you. He'll contribute. I don't think he's awful. How about that?
He's going to be 6'7", most likely. Can shoot. He's going to be about 6'7" when he's done. Yeah.
He hasn't grown in like 3 years.
No. Murph said we can be about 6'7".
Well, and he hasn't grown. I mean, unless he's getting a growth spurt, that he hasn't grown.
What's his height right now?
Let me look it up.
Yeah. Because it's probably not accurate. I'm just telling you what they're telling me.
He's 6'4".
I think he's taller than 6'4".
He's not. Mike, you haven't even seen him.
Well, you haven't seen him either.
I saw him at Section 7 last year. You saw him. No, you watched him with me at. No, you weren't there. We watched him at EYBL. I watched him with Kenny.
Yeah. All right. Well, either.
Yeah, it was him and Braden Burries. Have you heard of that guy?
Yeah, 6'6" is what I've heard. AZ Wildcat fan said you heard wrong, Sheer. I agree with you. Either way, I like Bryce James. He's grown on me. I like how they're going about doing things. I think if he's here by year 3, I think he's going to be good for Arizona. Period.
Where would he be? Why would he be gone?
Well, I don't know. Just because kids get restless, they think something at one point and then they end up somewhere else. I'm just saying, yeah. Look at Sheer. You're so wrong. Everybody is.
I like that heard. Like, what do you mean heard? Like you were on the street and someone was trying to endorse Andre Veras, and then they're like, he's 6'7".
Daniel, keep doing exactly what you're doing because you are right.
What does that mean? I heard he's 6'7". Like, what is that from who?
Yeah. Keep doing exactly what you were doing. Okay. So that's where it's at. I do, like I said, we're kind of in that wait and see approach right now when it comes to Arizona, when it comes to
it was on TikTok.
It was on TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. Okay. Now we need to talk a little bit of football. We are a football school. We'll get back to a little Arizona basketball. We got to talk football. Okay. Also, real quick, actually, Dolgen Sports, great point. He says non-conference: UCLA, UConn, Bama, Auburn. Any other big non-conference games?
I broke this again, Mike. It's getting old.
Gosh, it's just, man, it is so difficult to be Jason Shear.
There will be a game in Phoenix. I cannot tell you against who, but I have it from the person literally scheduling games that there will be a game in Phoenix.
Yeah, but he wouldn't tell you who.
He wouldn't tell me who, which makes you think it's a big game. What if it's Grand Canyon? What if it's Villanova and Duke Brennan returns home?
What if it is Illinois?
I asked for Illinois, by the way. I literally texted. I said, make Illinois happen.
Yes, Illinois. Can you imagine if it was Illinois?
You want me to text him right now?
Yeah. Say, is there any way that we can get?
We can get Illinois on the schedule?
Yeah. Text him right now. Yeah, tell him. Yeah. Tell him. Okay.
Is there any way we can get Illinois on next year's schedule?
Steve-O Spy, be nice. You know what's funny? I don't really get the seaweed necklace.
Oh my God.
No, I don't get the Lay's stuff. I don't understand why people care about it. I really don't. My
coach can wear whatever he wants as long as he wins. I literally don't care. He could wear a dress, and I wouldn't care if he's winning games.
I have never understood why people get upset by the Lay. Like it makes nothing. It means nothing to me. Like
those people need to get laid.
Yeah, I mean seriously,
laid.
But seriously, what am I missing though? Why do people care about this?
Because when people don't like a coach, they focus on everything they don't like about that coach.
And
it's
I'm not beating you up. I'm just saying I don't understand why people care about this.
No, I'm saying, and they go to one thing to another. So if it's not delay, it would be how he doesn't clap enough, or he claps too much, or he chews gum on the sideline. It's just how people are.
Yeah, all right. Well, either way, I don't care about delay. Yes, Eric Townsend put this very right. I am far more, and I remember I was talking with Greg Thompson about this. Greg, who does some good stuff from time to time, but can also be a really annoying person. He goes crazy about delay. I don't understand. And I told him, I'm like, my bigger problem is what I saw on the field last year. That's all I cared about.
We complained more about delay than the fact that Kevin Sumlin was showing up to practices drunk. Like,
yeah,
come on.
Yes, I mean, so that is what it is. But anyways, let's talk about the team here a little bit. MGK's father, who we very much like on the show, he put in the comments that he believes that Arizona's ceiling, we talked about this last year, is to win the Big 12. Because he said there's no great teams in the Big 12. Sheer, do you share this optimism from the great MGK's father?
Oh, no, absolutely not. I mean, I hope so, but no.
ASU was picked to finish last year.
Yeah, absolutely. But they also hit on their portal guys, and I could already name multiple portal guys that Arizona didn't hit on.
Well, I mean, they didn't hit on every portal guy.
Almost.
Yes. So let's talk I am going to play devil's advocate here. Get it? Devil's advocate, Sun Devils.
Yeah, but you don't actually believe this.
Yeah. No, who said I don't believe it? All right.
Multiple times you don't believe it.
Here is the path to a college football playoff berth for the University of Arizona.
Oh, this will be good. This is all you.
Yeah. Okay. The offensive line has to be good. How about that?
Okay.
Would you agree with that?
I would hope so. Yes. So you already lost.
We need to be very clear on something here, though. We are starting though from the premise.
You can't even keep a straight face. It's done. Stop. We are talk to floor. Yeah, no, Joseph, I don't even want to talk to floor.
The floor is
the floor.
All right. Let's talk optimism. Let's talk about warm fuzzies and not cold pricklies first.
Yeah.
So, yes, here I come in on Arizona Football Talk. Maybe I should come back. Jervis is one of our favorite people, and he just left for a year. It's like, okay, Jervis, whatever.
Yeah.
Call you, right? You don't do anything. Okay. Anyways, we like having you back. But either way, if the O-line is good, I think the offense will be good. And not only that, I think the offense will be very good if the O-line is good. How about that?
I think I think the offense is actually going to be pretty good. I think the difference between it being good and great will be the performance of the offensive line.
All right, so let's talk about this. We were talking about this. I was getting food for Ted Wardo yesterday, and we were talking about the offensive line on the phone. I'm just going to ask you right now. Who do you?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
On the offensive line, forget positions. Do you think will be good or solid this year?
Rhino. I think DeCambra will be solid.
There's two. Yes.
I think Chuba will be solid. Not great. I don't think anyone's going to be bad. I don't.
So you think the O-line's going to be okay?
The problem is there's a very large drop off. Like if one guy gets hurt, they're screwed again. I worry about the interior offensive line. All right.
So you love Chuba.
I love Chuba.
You love.
I think he'll be okay. I think Chuba will be okay. I think DeCambra will be okay. Like I just think they're okay.
Well, that's okay. Wouldn't we take if the offensive line is just okay? Wouldn't we take that?
I guess that's where we're at.
Kidding me? We would take all okay every day of the week.
I want it to be solid. It had good days and it had bad days.
Here's the thing. Here's where I'm at with the O-line, why I'm not particularly optimistic. Generally, you don't lose guys like Moy, Baker, and Savanea at Arizona and say, man, I'm glad we got those guys out of here. Whew, gosh.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Yeah. And I'm also not I'm also not at all sold on Oglesby. I know you love Oglesby. I wasn't at all sold on what I saw last year from Oglesby.
Sure. Ew. Oh my God, you're getting sick. Oh my God.
I'm generally a 3 sneezer. Hold on, I'm generally a 3 sneezer.
That's what we called you in high school. 3 sneeze Luke.
No, I was the championship package. 3 sneezer.
3 sneeze championship package, Michael Luke.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 90% of teams are not completely happy with their O-line. I think the problem is that we have no clue if any of the guys on the O-line are good. I think that's the concern.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's been days where the O-line looked fine, and there's been practices like last Saturday night where they couldn't block me.
Yeah. Joseph, yes, you're correct. Skier is an Oglesby defender and a Chuba. People are saying I'm too mean to Chuba in the chat. How am I mean?
You're mean, dude. Like, you do it every show. You just kill Chuba. Like, there's other guys on the team that suck.
You know what's funny? One guy told me, one guy asked me, and this was actually pretty funny. He says, you would never say that to Chuba's face. And I said, oh, correct. Absolutely not. Chuba, you're fantastic. All right. So Javier says Mike Luke endorses this, even though he can't, even though he won't say it. Brennan wins 3 to 4 games, gets canned, and the OC becomes the head coach. I also endorse this. I don't know that well, I'm not gonna confirm nor deny that one. I will.
Whenever someone says that, that's confirming it.
No, it's not. Okay, now let's talk about the defense. You love the defensive line. I am concerned about the defensive line.
I actually think the interior defensive line is good. I really do. I think Tia Zavea and Deshaun McKnight are probably going to start. That's good. I think they have solid depth. I do. I like the defensive tackles a lot.
All right, so who's the defensive tackles? Isaiah Johnson and Deshaun McKnight?
No, Isaiah Johnson's not starting.
He's not?
Tia Zavea, dude.
Oh, yeah, duh. I love Tia Savea.
It'll be Deshaun. They have guys like Paulu's not bad. They need a pass rusher like everyone. But the D-line's actually not terrible. It's really not.
Okay, so you got Tia Savea. You've got McKnight. You also, but I like Isaiah Johnson. Just not good enough?
Hasn't had a fantastic spring. Tia Savea has been very solid. McKnight is absolutely one of my surprises of camp. Like, he is legitimately good.
Who's the D line now? Who's the D line? Are they not the D line? Who are the pass rushers? Then
Trey Smith,
who's not bad.
By the way, you'll like this. So basically, in a roundabout way, Joe Salavea, in the first presser he had in the spring, basically in a roundabout way, said that whoever coached Trey Smith sucked because he said Trey Smith does not use it. He's like, yeah, his energy is great. His burst is great. He has no idea how to use his hands. He just runs into the offensive lineman. And so he goes, we've been working on him on how to use his hands. So they're coaching him up. He's looked good, but it's funny because basically Salve is like, he would just try to run to the quarterback. He didn't use his hands at all.
Let me ask you this. A player not being coached well by Joe Somalo, does that surprise you in the least?
No. So, like, I'm willing to see what Trey Smith looks like under Joe Salavea, who clearly noticed a problem right away with Trey Smith's approach.
Here's what I guess my concern. How does all this go unnoticed? Like, this
he's had a lot of jobs. And it wasn't just for Brent. He was at ASU.
No, I'm just saying, but how does this go unnoticed that you have a defensive lineman or defensive end that doesn't know how to use his hands?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, now, Joseph, this is true. Brennan was an atrocious coach. I too wanted him one and done, but come on, the lay isn't even top 100 of the issues last season. Yes, I agree with that.
I would have 101. I think it's 101st issue.
Yeah, I got 99 problems, but a lay ain't one. Okay, now, we need to talk about a couple of the guys, a couple of the portal players that I knew were probably not going to be good. You were on the fence about, but it turns out they're probably not good.
Oh, man. You just want to go through portal dudes?
Yeah, let's talk about the guys from Cleveland State or whatever.
Let's just go through portal dudes, right? Javion Cole.
Okay.
Potential starter.
Okay. Yeah, good pickup.
Aiden Garnes. He'll start until he's good. I like him.
All right, no problem.
All right, so we're 2 for 2. Deshaun Frosto Ramos.
No.
I'm out on him right now. He's been injured. No, probably not.
Nope.
Not
gonna do it.
Michael Dansby's actually not bad. Depth guy. I don't think he'll start, but he's a depth guy. He's actually not bad. Are you willing to give me that?
Sure.
Malachi Bailey hasn't even practiced. Probably a miss. No. Chancellor Owens, to me, is a miss.
That was an easy one to see. When you get guys from the worst D3 team and they're not good for the worst D3 team on defense and they're not good, that's an easy one to see.
Deshaun McKnight is a hit.
Okay.
Max Harris is a hit. He might start, Max Harris. Blake Gotcher is a large miss. I don't ever see him playing this season.
I knew that one.
We both knew that one. Riley Wilson is a hit.
Yeah, I like Riley Wilson.
He's good. DeCambra's a hit, probably. Maybe not as good as we thought, but he'll play, right?
Okay, fine.
Bounds, Buchanan, probably hits.
Or which one of those two starts?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Jordan Brown is hurt, so
yeah,
we'll leave him out. Isaac Perez is a miss.
Yeah, I didn't even know who he was, but go ahead. Yeah, he's a miss.
Braden Locke for a backup is a hit.
It's fine, yeah.
Ishmael Mahdi, Quincy Craig are hits.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't bad. Cameron Barmore is a miss.
Yeah.
Hudson is a hit.
You loved Barmore, too.
Yeah, that'd be better. Hudson is a hit. Watley is a hit. Spivey is a hit. Wysong is a hit. That's pretty damn good.
All right, so what we're saying is so players that would contribute or start on, define what is a hit. Yeah,
They'll play.
Okay. But is that
I mean, they'll play.
Okay, fair enough. All right, fair enough.
Not the superstar, like you're asking me who out of those guys will start. One of the corners, so Cole could start. McKnight will start, Max Harris will start, and at least two of the O-linemen will start.
Okay.
Spivey could start. It's between Spivey and Phelps.
Oh, interesting. All right. I like Phelps. I was wrong. I was right on Phelps coming out.
If Quincy Craig is as good as he looks during spring, no, Nick Arenas.
Yeah. All right. Now, let's pay some bills here. We got to get to, because we are also a women's basketball school.
Yep. I don't know what one has to do with the other, but I'm in.
Bridge Tech Communications. Listen, you look at all these kids that are lifting weights, and they probably couldn't find a gym growing up. And they're having to lift Ted Wardo, or they're having to go find bricks and lift outside. That's probably because they didn't know about Bridge Tech Communications. And here's the thing, Sheer, 750% average ROI. Listen, that's good. That's
pretty high.
Yeah, that's peak. And that's do the kids say peak?
I don't know. I'm getting a very important phone call.
All right. Well, either way, they promote 100 plus health.
Can I answer it real quick?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. They promote 100 plus health entities across multiple states. Everybody stay here. It makes me look good. And where do I work out? Vasa Fitness. Now, they can help you with your market, your gym, your health, wellness spa, and our guy Tony is the man. We very much appreciate that. Bridge Tech Communications been very good to the show. Tony is a beast. Okay, now what else we got? Talk to me. What do we got? Comfort X HVAC. All right, now here's the deal. You might go into the. You're still not spelling it right, Andre. Okay. The Comfort X HVAC. Now you might say to yourself, man, Mike, I could really save $2,000 and that would be really good. And, I would just like to be that guy. Comfort X HVAC, my friend, says, come to us. We will help you. Plus, they're really good people on top of that. Small business, big savings, built on trust for the long haul. And residential and commercial HVAC expertise and affordable rates. 520-222-7012. Comfort X HVAC. Hey, Cody, I keep telling you this. You got to you got to get rid of that part on the bottom. It's like 3 straight shows. Come on, Cody. All right. But Comfort X HVAC, check it out. Also, they're going to have something if you go through their service where you're going to get some free AC12 merch. It's going to be very, very nice. Very, very nice.
I texted you about this yesterday, Mike. I'm waiting on some more material before I can make the update.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, my fault then. All right. Either way, Comfort X HVAC. Now, let's pay a couple more bills while Shear's talking on the phone. Let's just keep them going. Man, Mike, you need to be nicer to Cody. I am sorry, Mr. Cello. Now, how's Chris Hudson? Chris Hudson's awesome. Chris Hudson, Little Caesars ads come May 5th. Chris Hudson's going to be awesome. Chris Hudson has maybe been the best player on offense. He's been very, very good. But also it's been good. Longview Insurance and Investments. Now, I am going to be having lunch with Andre Veras here. And again, I'm sure that Andre Veras, we know how he is. He's probably going to ask me to do some endorsing and stuff. And I'm just going to say, not going to do it. No, sorry, Andre. Sorry. Yep. Sorry. And Mike told me, not going to do it. But again, here's what he can help you though out. All right, listen. Your financial plan investments ready for today's market volatility. Is your plan built to adapt to economic shifts? What could your future look like with a personalized financial plan? Give Andre a call. He is awesome. Andre is the man. We very much like Andre. Okay, now what else? Oh, Sheer, where'd you go? Sheer.
Where are you?
Sheer. Oh. Arizona Primary Eye Care. I was there yesterday for a good 30-35 minutes getting glasses, spending money. They are awesome there. They're very, very, I got my eye checkup for next Thursday. And they're giving me a new pair of glasses as well on top of these ones. So I'm going to look even better than normal. AccuView is now offering $400 towards contacts, $150 for disposable same-day urgent visits, 60+ insurance accepted. Check them out. Cheryl is the best. 4 locations. Get them filled up. Fill it up. Okay, check it out. Arizona Primary Eye Care. All right, now Arizona.
All right. We got to talk about that phone call.
Okay, what do you got? Talk to me. What's this good?
Carter did sign a revenue sharing.
He did?
Yep. What that looks like, what's in it, I don't know.
Source was wrong.
I don't want to start a situation without going into too many details. I don't know if my source knew that Carter signed a revenue, which is insane, but he signed it.
Do you want to apologize now?
I already apologized on the board. It's, my source. So it's like,
yeah, I mean, it's one of those things.
I mean, obviously there's a huge miscommunication going around. And again, I don't want to.
Just now, was it your source? No, it wasn't your source.
No, it was someone that is directly responsible for getting those signed that you are talking to relatively soon.
Oh, very cool. Very, very cool.
It wasn't him, but it was through him.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. All right. I got you. That is very, very good. People, interesting. All right. So, hey, Bruce, talk your stuff, Bruce. Yeah. Bruce gonna back the untuck it. Can I tweet out right now that Jason Shiro's a major apology to Bruce Pascoe?
No, because I didn't go at Bruce. You did.
I never went at Bruce. Never.
I don't know. It's and based on my call, I don't want to create a messy situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because obviously my source would be, my initial source, like it's directly related to Carter Bryant. So it's
it's a good point. Yes. Either way,
it's a weird situation.
I'm just going to tweet out, I love Bruce Pascoe.
But I mean, it's like I just
posted on the board. Back the Bruce.
I'll just post exactly what I said. There's confusion right now. Carter did indeed sign something for revenue sharing. What it looks like in terms of financial, nobody really knows, or would it tell me, but he did sign something. It's a weird. And again, the reality though, Mike, is it's meaningless.
I get it. Well, I mean, it's not meaningless.
It is meaningless because he could still enter the portal. He's done. I'm not saying he is. Those revenue sharing things are meaningless.
Yeah, but what I like about it though is that they have the money. They know what the money is.
So they've agreed. If it makes you feel better, they've agreed on a financial number should Carter return to Arizona. Yeah. But there is literally nothing whatsoever in it that is binding.
All right. Yeah. Fine. Fair enough. All right. Bruce is a humble victor. Okay. Now, listen, we've talked enough Arizona men's basketball here. We need to get to Arizona women's basketball. And again, we are getting a lot of flowers on the Arizona women's Facebook page. I posted on there, I said, it is so great to see so many people being added to this group. They've added like 700. They're almost at 6,000. Everybody get on there if you're not on there already. And then some guy made a corny remark. He's like, we don't like you guys here. And I said, get ready for it, buddy. More of them are coming, not less. Then the guy on Twitter asks me a question like 5 seconds later about men's basketball. I mess with Paul, you get the glove. Okay, so either way, get on this Facebook page. It's great. The entertainment value is second to none. I mean that. Okay, now, Sheer, what else do we need to know though? Because I agree with you on the theory that actually I think I might have come up with the theory that DRF actually has a lot more money, and she was just saying.
Well, I mean, they hired a damn GM. No, I don't know if that's the recruiting coordinator, and they're just changing the titles and all that. But they didn't have. I know they didn't have a GM last year.
Dude, look at this. We start talking Arizona women's basketball, and it goes from 214 lives to 226. Holy moly!
They've hired Brazzi as an assistant. They've hired James Ewing as an assistant. They need one more assistant or 2 more assistants. There's rumors out there. I mean, you want me to rumor mill you for women's
Yeah,
basketball?
rumor mill me. Yeah.
I mean,
Back
one
to
of the
rumors.
people that I believe is getting looked at based on a few sources is Texas Tech Texas Tech, their coach is on thin ice, so she did the whole, even though my good assistants, I'm going to fire all them to save my butt thing.
Yes.
So the associate head coach there, Ashley Crawford Odom, is a possibility that would be able to kind of get Arizona and Texas. Obviously, she's a good recruiter. She was the associate head coach. She's someone to keep an eye on.
Interesting. Okay, interesting. Now let's talk about the roster. I like how this roster is filling out. Sheer, it's filling out pretty nicely. And they got some money to spend. Some of these players aren't cheap.
Yeah, it's funny. I said this the other day because people were like, "Where's the bigs? Where's the bigs?" And it's like, dude, she's only added 5 players.
Right.
Like they have a roster of 5 right now. I'm not counting Montea Duke because we don't know her knee situation or any of that. So she still has to add like 7 girls. Today they added a 6'2" girl, which in women's basketball is a center, basically.
There was some girl. Did you see the girl on campus that I sent you the picture of that was like 6'7" or something?
Yeah.
Is she a basketball player? She's got to be.
Volleyball, probably.
Oh, yeah. Volleyball?
Yeah, volleyball girls are huge.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, I didn't know that. Yeah. All right. Anyways, now, I guess here's the question though. Can Arizona get into the tournament next year? Yeah. Hey, let me ask you this, and I'm not going to pretend to be some super expert. I am.
You are. You're an expert.
Yeah, I am. But aren't there just good vibes? I mean, just from that roster, aren't there just good vibes around Becky Burke?
I will say this. She works really hard. Like, they're not going to be one of these schools that offer, and this isn't a shot at Tommy, and I think it's hard to do in women's anyway. She's going to offer a bunch of players. They're going after transfers aggressively. She oftentimes a lot of what you can trace to college basketball coaches and football coaches is really the ones that try the hardest and care the most are the ones that win.
Yeah.
Generally speaking.
And guess what too? She's easy to be around.
Yeah.
Yes. Arizona.
Somebody said, did you mention that women's golf is the first Arizona school to win a Big 12 title? They won.
Oh, really?
That is pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Congrats. Who's the best women's golfer besides Annika Sorenstam to come out of here?
Annika Sorenstam. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, Brennan brought in good vibes before the season started. Well, I mean, come on, man. We're trying to have fun here. I do like the one though that came in with the Gilbert Arenas tattoo though. I think she's going to be very, very good.
Schedule is pretty much done with big games. Tommy isn't playing Illinois anytime soon.
Oh my gosh. So let's talk about it. What's is there beef?
I don't know, but between the Boswell thing and then
I bet it's because of the Boswell thing. Yeah.
And then Illinois, they played Illinois. So it's pretty recent.
Yeah, but I bet it's the Boswell stuff. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Now what's the next step for Arizona women's basketball? What else can they bring in? How can we continue to get better here?
I'm talking trash about Illinois. They just need more players, man. They still got to add like 6-7 girls.
Yeah. Oh, Lorena Ochoa. That's another really good one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
6 or 7.
Maybe Monday show, just all women's golf.
Women's golf, women's basketball. We're here for it. Yes. But all right. So either way, there's your women's basketball fix for the day. Do you have anything in the hopper though? Anything coming down the pike?
No. There might be another coaching announcement today, from what I hear.
Interesting. All right. Well, either way, this is very, very good. Okay. Now, everybody in the chat, we're going to make fun of ASU, Colorado, and Utah on Monday. But women's triathlon. Yeah, don't forget about women's triathlon. Didn't they win as well? I
literally just got done running a triathlon the other day.
You?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. No, not a chance. Sure, you got tired walking to my house.
That's not true. You told me so here's let's tell the people the truth. That day I walked, I told you my back. Hold on. I told you my back was killing me. I have a bad back. I have a vertebrae that's out. It's horrible. And I said my back was killing me. And then we're in Seattle and I'm walking all over the place. And you even said, Sheer, I'm impressed by your walking. And I said, I walk all the time.
You did much better. I was very impressed.
I literally have a vertebrae that's out.
Why don't you just put it back in?
I won't do back surgery. I won't do it.
You won't do it? Not on your watch?
If you look at me, one of my legs is longer than the
I was
other.
going to say, you're an orthopedic mess. Isn't one of them like...
That's why, because my vertebrae is out.
Oh, I see. Ted Wardo says, get in line, buddy. I can talk with you about those things. Hey, Ted Wardo.
He's so attractive. He was really attractive the other night.
Yeah, no, he's had bad gas.
People don't realize how aggressive he is, though. When you called me the other night and showed me him with Hedgie, my God.
No, Ted Wardo. So Ted Wardo, when Ted Wardo gets amped, Ted Wardo will just shake Hedgie like no other. I mean,
it's awesome.
Yeah, and then like you can just tell him it's like not on my watch, Hedgie. And so Hedgie doesn't. The problem is Hedgie doesn't do anything bad. Hedgie just chills, but Ted Wardo just feels the need to violate him.
How has Hedgie survived this long?
Because Ted Wardo doesn't chew on anything except cheese bones.
Okay, because we can't find, and this is a serious question of the people in the comments before we sign off. I can't find a dog toy that Cammy won't chew through within minutes.
Right.
Can't do it. So if anyone has a brand to buy, let me know.
Interesting. Well, Ted Wardo doesn't. Ted Wardo show us the Ewok. He's not an Ewok. He's a Shih Tzu. Watch your mouth.
Yeah, watch your damn mouth.
Yeah, watch your mouth. Yeah, mess with the paw, you're going to get his glove and his underbite.
That's
all right. Sheer, where can they find you doing your work?
WildcatAuthority.com, the Wildcat Scoop podcast with Shelby. We're going to have one this weekend. Whatever they're attempting for a spring game tomorrow. There's going to be beer on the field. Are you going? I
got my friends having a 3-year-old birthday party.
A beer garden on the field.
Yeah, but I might go afterwards. Hey, You know what? You guys should get. Since Shelby's in the chat, you guys should get food after the game on University.
Yeah, maybe we'll.
Okay. All right. Everybody out there, you guys are fantastic. We will be back with you. Sheer, you're the man. Cody James Martin, thanks for sending me something I didn't actually look at. That's on me. And we will be back with you. And again, if there's an announcement, we might have an emergency podcast. We will check it out.
Dun, dun, dun.
And that's the way it is. I just turned, who is it? Walter Cronkite into Sean Connery. Sean Cronkite. Walter, hey, would you rather have your name be Walter Connery or Sean Cronkite?
Walter Connery.
Connery or Sean Cronkite? Walter Connery's great. Yeah, I like Walter Connery. Yeah. H Fuchs is coming on next week. Very, very excited about this. All right. On that note, though, make a shirt with Ted Wardo. We should. Hey, Get a Cody, we should get a shirt with Ted Wardo.
Dude, you know what they're currently doing at Colorado? This is the dumbest thing before we sign off. They're literally putting up the Shador engraving on the field.
You know what I don't get about this? I always hear about Colorado people are like, Deion's such a great guy. Deion is the biggest egomaniac that I have. There's not a man.
Crazy.
Yeah, there's not a man with there's not a less humble, whatever. It's another thing for another show. All right. Anyways, great show today. It was fun talking about Glenn as well. Glenn, hopefully you're feeling better this morning. On that note, though, for everybody in the comments, you guys are great. We will be back with you. TTFN, ta-ta for now. Look at that Band-Aid.